All right, I'm sure some random person is going to have a comment about this on the internet, and I don't really give a fuck because I'm going to share with you why in 2019 I left a 30-day treatment center and I boarded a plane to Brazil to sit in a 3-day ayahuasca ceremony, okay? Now, I'm not telling you to go to ayahuasca. I'm sharing my experience with you and why I did it at the time, why it was the right move for me, and why it helped me so much when I got sober back in 2019. So 2019, I went to treatment for heroin, meth, and alcohol. I had exhausted so many alternatives. I've been to rehab multiple times. I have picked up a million 30-day chips in an AA program, therapy, all of the things. And at this point in my life, I was at complete rock bottom. I was facing prison time. My life was in shambles. And my sister, who is sober, actually had done an ayahuasca ceremony. She has more sobriety time than I had. So she had sat in one and said, hey, this might be a last ditch effort. So I went ahead and did that. Now, my family was very concerned for me, like given the state that I was in, to go sit and like trip balls in a rainforest, like seemed a little bit like, we don't know how she's gonna come out on the other side. But I knew in my gut that like, I had to get sober. This was life or death for me. And I was willing to try anything, even though there was some fear. I also didn't tell anyone that I was doing this because I knew people would try to deter me from doing it. So I made the decision to go. And I went, and it was the most profound thing I did. Now, I probably wouldn't sit in an ayahuasca ceremony again, but at that time in my life, it was exactly what I needed. It was the medicine that I needed. And when I got done with those 3 days, I have never experienced anything as profound as that. It's like the switch in my brain, because I couldn't make it past 30 days for almost a decade without using or drinking despite consequences. So I went to Brazil, had a 3-day ceremony. I remember sitting out on a rock under the stars, and I was like, this is it, I'm done. Like, I'm going to choose this way of life. And I went back to where I'd gone to treatment. I moved into sober living. I enrolled in an outpatient program. I did all of the things to ensure my sobriety, and that was almost 7 years ago. So this is just your reminder that recovery looks different for everybody. What works for some might not work for the others, but I wanted to share that with you. It's something that I don't share enough, because I don't know if I didn't do that ceremony, if I would be sober today, and I am forever grateful.